Hi, my name is Emma Whitlock, and today we're going to talk about why your phone is designed to keep you addicted and how to take back control. How many of you have checked your phone in the last 10, 15 minutes? I know I have. Did you receive a notification? Or are you just unlocking the phone and checking it without even thinking? The average person picks up their phone dozens, sometimes hundreds of times a day. And it's not because we're weak, it's because many of our everyday apps are designed to keep us coming back. Today I want to talk about your phone and how it competes for your attention and how we can take back control. Apps are designed to keep us using them. There are many features to apps that are intentional and specific. These features could be autoplay videos, infinite scrolling capability, notifications, streaks, likes, and comments, etc. All these seemingly small features encourage you to stay just a little bit longer on the screen. Let's talk a little bit about dopamine and how that works. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that is responsible for motivation, learning, and anticipating rewards. For example, Christmas time, you're anticipating opening gifts all year, and you finally get to that day and you open the gift, and wow, it's amazing. And that dopamine hit happens actually right before you open the gift. And then you open it, and now you're anticipating opening gifts next year. So that's kind of how it works. And that's exactly what apps use to tap into that. So they're looking at videos, man, that one's not very good. Maybe the next one's better. Maybe this is better. Maybe I should check this, and constantly tapping into that dopamine and anticipating rewards keeps you on your phone for a long time. You may think, who cares? I spend a few extra minutes on my phone. Well, those minutes will add up. Secondly, too much screen time can affect daily life. We're all guilty of it, but too much screen time can hurt us in a lot of ways, such as productivity, reduced attention span, poor sleep, interrupted studying, etc. The list can go on. I mean, how many times have you been on your phone checking the weather or checking directions, and 5 minutes later you're watching a video on someone remodeling their kitchen, or you're down a rabbit hole in something else? I know I'm really guilty of that. So it can just make our attention be all over the place, and it can suck us away from what's right in front of us at any time. So we need to just be aware of that. Attached is a graph that shows average screen time per day. You can see it doesn't change much from 2013 to 2025, hovering right at about 400 minutes a day, which I thought was very surprising considering according to this study, the average person spends 6 hours and 54 minutes on their phone daily, which totals up to almost 48 hours a week. This was rather alarming when I saw this. Imagine what you could do with 48 hours a week if you freed up that time. Let's say even 40. That's a full-time job. That's reading many books. That's studying. That's engaging with friends and family. That's a lot of things that we can use our time better for. Lastly, I think something that's our responsibility is just taking control back. What are we doing? What are some things that we can do to kind of set those boundaries for ourselves? A couple solutions that I came up with were turning off unnecessary notifications, things such as emails, likes and comments on Instagram, things that are not pressing. Those can definitely go away to kind of free up our mind. Set app time limits. That's really helpful, and it can be done in the settings. You can just set a time limit on what you feel is appropriate and then go from there. I think that helps me really organize my day. Put your phone in another room, either to charge or just to be there while you're communicating with friends and family. Then it's just kind of out of sight, out of mind. So that really helps. Make your home screen less interesting. This is actually quite surprising, but I know a lot of us take time to organize our widgets or make things look cute, set different backgrounds, but I think that's often what engages us back into our phone. And so maybe making it a little bit more dull, setting like a blank home screen would be helpful to make it not as attractive. And then lastly would be schedule screen-free time. So I know I do this certain times a day. I just plan on putting my phone away, and that just helps me kind of clear my head and actually do the tasks that I wanted to do that day. With taking control back, I just want you guys to understand that technology is not the enemy, and we just need to use it a little bit more intentionally. And I think that will really help us take control. Attached are some photos of some of those ways that I just talked about before, showing a lot of notifications, emails, messages, reminders. Second picture showing just colorful apps and things that are attractive to look at. And then having a high screen time. After, if we can make some of those changes, it would be putting our phone on Do Not Disturb. That's a really good way to just block out all the notifications without having to go into your settings. Secondly, just picking up a book, putting the phone away, picking up a book, kind of rewires our mind in a different way. And then lastly, setting those time limits. You can see the photo there. That's exactly what it will look like on your phone when you set those time limits. Okay, in conclusion, we've talked about how your phone has changed not just from a communication device to something that's now stealing your attention. Just a quick recap on some of the points that we talked about. Apps are designed to keep you watching. They're designed to keep you engaged, and they want you to be on there for a long time. Excessive phone use can affect you in many ways. We talked about poor sleep, relationships with friends and family, etc. Small changes can help you take control of your time. Those small changes being setting screen time limits, charging your phone in another room, turning on Do Not Disturb, things like that. So I challenge you today to choose one of those items to change. Turn off one notification on one app. Set one boundary for a screen time limit. One thing that you can do today to kind of clear up some of that screen time usage. But just remember, we don't have to get rid of our technology. Just make sure that you're the one in control. Thanks.